Okay, so welcome to this English speaking session from Yes You Can YouTube channel, guys. So we are here today again. Today is Saturday. To be honest, today is 7th Saturday, which means 7 October or October, sorry, 7th and 2023. So it is almost mid-noon. It's almost midday, sorry. It is 11:31 and we are here together to practice our speaking skills again. And that is the key to succeed in English. So you must practice, you must be consistent with our English speaking session. And we are trying to our best to improve our English. So today we have here a lot of friends from all over the world. I'd like to ask you to each one, guys, each one of you, to present or to show yourself and to say because when you are speaking, the Google meeting just show your picture and people can see you. So let's start with Alice. Alice, introduce yourself for people who are watching us from the YouTube channel.
Okay. Hi guys. My name is Alice, and I'm from China. Now I'm 27 years old. I have been in this group for maybe nine. Eight. No, sorry. Maybe over 7 months. It was a long time. So I even couldn't forget. I even couldn't remember the exact time. And I think I have improved my English skill very much. So I hope there will be more people who will join us in the future.
Nice, I hope too. And me neither. I do not remember how many time we have been studying already. I don't remember exactly, but I believe we got started in January 2023. I don't know exactly, but I believe that it's at that time we got started. I don't know. And now I'd like to you, Rolf. Rolf, could you introduce yourself for us and tell us where do you live? Sorry, you were muted, Rolf.
Yes. Sorry. Hello, guys. I am Raouf. My name is Raouf. I am 29 years. I am orthotist and prosthetist. I made artificial limb my profession for OMPT who has the disability. And
Nice,
I am Algerian. Now I live in Qatar and I work in Qatar. That's it.
nice. Awesome, awesome. And Rajesh, it's your turn. We'd like to introduce you for the people who maybe are watching us on YouTube. Rajesh, are you hearing us? It's your turn. Could you introduce yourself for us? Okay, maybe we lost our connection with our Rajesh, but now let's go for Cambodia. Cambodia, it's Tata. I would like to introduce yourself for us.
Hi guys, thank you for your time for watching us. And my name is Montabat. My name is Tat, and I'm from Cambodia. I've been practice my English in this YouTube channel for more than 2 months, and I'm really happy to have friends all over the world, around the world, and we just practice our practice our English, improving and we learning we exchanging the culture, we talking about the different things between our country, and I'm really happy to be here. And if you want to join us, feel free. You're very welcome. That's
That- That's nice. That's nice. That's this part. So let's ask if people, let's invite people to join us here because I know we all of maybe all of us, yeah, all of you here have a lot of things to do during the weekdays, and also we have a lot of things. We have our jobs. We have our children. Maybe we have to study and other things, but at Saturday and Mondays or Saturday and Sunday, sorry, we have been put some times apart to start studying English, and we have been seeing a lot of improvement. So maybe you could join us and test yourself, testify for yourself that English is possible, but of course takes time, efforts, and we are here to learn together, guys. And each one of you, which are made in part, which is part of our English speaking session, is a key steps to help us to learn and to teach other ones in English. So I would like to ask now Rajesh. Rajesh is back. Rajesh, could you introduce yourself for people who are watching us on the YouTube?
Hello, peoples. I'm Rajesh. Rajesh Sarkar. I live in Bangladesh, and I live in Bangladesh, and my mission and my mission is the division in my country. It's very beautiful division city, my city. I've grown up here. I have completed my graduation from my mission Anandamohan College, accounting subject, and I have also completed my masters from Anandamohan College, accounting subject. After completed my graduation, I have joined a government work project, and the project name is National Service Commission, and I was a field worker and a trainer as well as. And after completing the project, I have joined a nationwide internet service provider company, and my company name is ICC Communication Limited, and I am the divisional manager, and I'm the divisional manager in this branch, and I have a lot of responsibilities. My main responsibility is to make relationships with the customer and extend their business. And my second responsibilities is the manage the whole branch in my city. And I love my job very much because my working place is so friendly. My colleagues, and my bosses are so cooperative with me, and that's it. And my whenever I get my free times, I like to do play cricket, I am the district cricket player, the Mohammedan club. So whenever I get any free times, then I try to play cricket with my friends, my senior, my younger, and I love to and like to travel. So whenever I get any vacation from my office and I get any free times, then I like to travel in my Bangladesh, and of course the out of my country, especially the India, Nepal, Bhutan, as well as. So it's my hobby. So whenever I get my any free times, then like to travel any countries, any beautiful places. That's it.
Nice.
So it's my every Saturday and Sunday. I try to join our good is very good English speaking session group. Yes, you can. And our good friend Alex is our a very helpful person, and he's always trying to how to make a good English speaker, and how to say a good English language. They always try to listen to us, and I have a lot of good friends, Alice, and of course the Rove, and our some good friends. They are not today join with us, but every week we do so enjoy in this group, and so feel so good 1.5 hours. That's it. Thank you everyone.
Nice, nice. Thank you, man. Thank you for this these words. It was a kind of these are kind of words that everyone likes to hear. That this group is important for everyone who are here with us. And I'm so glad to have you guys as a friend of mine, friends of mine. I never thought, as I told you guys before I started studying English, I never thought that one day in the future I will make some friends from other countries because I never imagined myself one day be able to speak in English. And of course, if it was not by English, how could I make friends with people from China, for instance? Alice never speak Portuguese. Alice, are you able to speak Portuguese? I have an idea how to speak some words in Portuguese,
Definitely not.
but in English you can understand me, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's very interesting, man. That's the magic. So, and I have no idea how to. Let me ask you here. Let me get this opportunity to ask you. Ta, what is your native language? What is it called? Your native language?
My name, my mother tongue is called Khmer.
Come on. And I
Yes.
have no idea how can I say hello in command. I have no idea how can I say how have you been in command. But in English I know, and you understand me, right?
Yes.
You understand everything that I'm saying here, and I have the same feeling. So I have a friend now from Cambodia, and some days ago we got a new English partner, which is called Ralph. Ralph, he is from Argelia, yes, Armenia, Algeria. I don't remember.
Algeria, North Africa.
North Africa, Argelian. Okay, and but now he's
Yeah,
living in Qatar. And I have no idea how to say any words. But let me ask, South Africa, what is the native language? What is the mother tongue from native Africa?
Algeria, or
Ar-
Algerian,
Argelian,
Arab, Arabic.
Arabic.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that, man. Really? Arabic. Nice, nice. And but I have no idea how to speak. I never speak. I never heard any words in Arabic, to be honest. So, but in English, by English, we can make some conversation. We can communicate. I can understand you, and that's very interesting. And now we have another English partner, which is Reyes. Reyes, tell me a little bit about you, man. How have you been? How's the things going? Reyes, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, hello.
So, guys, why I'm telling things like that? Just to keep you motivated, just to cheer you up, because everyone needs to be cheered and needs to feel good, needs to feel happy, because sometimes it's difficult to motivate ourselves by ourselves, and that's why we are here. But first of all, let me the first topic, without further ado, it will be. Let me change here my screen for you. Let me see. We're gonna start about some questions. I hope you like it because I have been trying improve my English on these areas, which means I always have I put some time apart to understand better, to prepare myself for English interviews, because English interviews, it will be part of our life. Even if you have no idea right now why are you studying English, because there are people who has no idea why they are studying English. There are some people who are studying English to watching movies, to maybe just make friends, as we are doing here. But there are a lot of people who are studying English to get better jobs, or to get a job or international at an international company, which without those we gonna face English interviewers. And I would like to ask you here, guys, questions like that. I'm gonna make an interview, I'm gonna try make an interview with each of you, and I hope you can answer me. It's gonna be just a short interview, you know. You do not need to extend your answers about that. You should be shortly. You should give me shortly answers, just to try, just to see how it be working. Okay, I'm gonna start it with Alice. Alice, I'm gonna make 8 questions for you, and of course, each question needs to be answered. But of course, a shortly answer. You do not need it to extend your answer. Okay, so we're gonna start by the first one. Hello, Alice. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's try thinking about our career, not about our personal life. Okay.
Uh, okay. My name is Alice, and now I am data scientist in a tech company, and I usually use a lot of coding programming languages such as Python in my daily life, in my daily work. I don't know how short the answer should be, so I
No,
stopped my answer.
you can conclude it. Okay. When you feel that you conclude your topics, you can stop. Okay. So we're gonna try. Let's suppose here. I'd like to give an idea. Let's suppose here that I'm the interviewer from the company that you always would like to work for. That you are looking for. That the biggest company related to tech things, to data related to tech information or things like that. So you're gonna suppose here that I'm interviewing for the dreams, the job of your dreams, you know. So the next one, what are your strengths when you're talking about your job, your career, your profession? What is your strengths, or what do you like to do most, and you feel that you are good at it?
Okay. My strength is that I think I have a very long experience of data science. I have over 3 years of experience in data science, and I am good at A/B testing and programming. Besides, I have very good sense of data. Okay, that's all.
Perfect. And then number three, I'd like to know a little bit about your weakness, which points of your career that you needed to work on it, that you feel that you are not good enough. You needed to improve it on some parts of your profession. So you told me that you have a lot of experience in data science and tech in companies, but I'd like to know, what do you feel? The number three is related to what you needed to improve it. So what is, or what are your weaknesses?
Okay, that's a good question. These days, I feel that sometimes when I am communicating with some people who is not good at tech, I am not patient enough. I usually like to use a lot of technical words, which is not good, easy to be understood. So I think I should learn how to cope with the people who is not good at who do not have technical skills. Okay.
Very interesting. That's very interesting. It's common to people who work in tech companies or in technical areas. It's normally, it's understandable that they use a lot of technical words, and I'm in the same boat on that one. And the number four, why did you leave your last job? Why did you decided to change your company, or to change the company for another?
Okay. I loved my last job very much, and the atmosphere in my previous team was very good. But the problem is that I found that I was in a place where I couldn't improve myself any further, and I couldn't find anything else to learn. So I decided to make a change.
Interesting. Nice. It's very important to have to face new challenges to develop ourselves. That's very important. And especially in tech companies. Tech companies are improving, are moving on a lot. And number five, tell us about your education. First, why did you decide to study data scientist, for a data scientist, to be honest?
Okay. I got my bachelor's degree majoring in computing mathematics, and then I got my master's degree majoring in statistics. And I think mathematics and statistics are quite related to the to data science. So that's why I choose to be a data scientist.
Okay, now I'm gonna finish with the last question just here. The last question for you, it's gonna be the number six. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? What are you looking for? What are you really catching your eyes, and what are you expecting for your 5 years from future?
Okay, that's a fantastic question. I think now I am an experienced data scientist, but I only focus on a very small field of data science. Actually, there are so many fields of data science. So maybe I need to learn more. I need to be an expert in many fields. Besides, maybe 5 years later, I can try to be a tech lead, to coach some junior data scientists in their career.
Interesting.
Okay.
Now, that's very interesting. Thank you so much for the answers. And that's it. That is how a job interview works sometimes. People asking you, and you should answer as, of course, shortly as possible, but you must to finish it, you must to conclude the topic. So that's it. You did very well, and we practice a little bit about our English skills. Right now, I'd like to change for Ta. Ta, it's your turn, but of course, you must to be answer shortly, or but you must to conclude your topic, so you do not need it to be so shortly. Okay, so first of all, of course, related to our topic, related to our career, you do not need it to explain anything about your personal life if you do not want to do it. But first of all, it's tell me about yourself.
Um, yes, thank you, Alex. My name is Montserrat, and I am a student. I am a university student as a foundation year, and my major is English literature.
Nice. And the next is, what are your strengths? Why are you studying this? And what do you think that it will be the best part of your career on this topic? Which means that parts you like the most.
Um, my strength. I choose to study this major because in the future I want to be an English teacher, and I feel like I am really good at English, and I choose to study English literature. Yes.
Nice. And the next one, what are your weaknesses? Which means what points you know that you need to improve on it.
It related to the job that I want to be a tutor as an English teacher. I feel like I am not very uh, easy to get along with the students like I had, but now I am work on it, and I think that I will be.
Awesome, awesome. It's very important. All of us, to be honest, I have my weaknesses pointed. Sometimes there are a lot of people who don't know how to answer this question, but it's one key question for your job interview, because as I told you, we must be ready to answer questions like this, and we must say that we are work on it. We must say things that we can solve. We can correct it, and we are working to correct this. So that is the key to answer. And then 5-1 now. I'd like to know the number 5. Tell me about your education. You told me that when you answered the first question, you told us that you decided to study this. You aren't studying until now, but let me know, what do you think? What do you expect it with your when you finish your graduation?
Um, Very good question. I really interesting at my major. It's really happy because as English we use as an international language and use English to communication. I can be not only English teacher, but I can work at a company as well because of English. So I have so many plans for myself after my graduation.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We must to have plans. Without plans, we maybe feel so depressed, may feel so unhappy. So we must to set up plans for our future. So that's it. So thank you so much for your answers. That's all for today. So guys, I'd like to say that I just choose this question here because it's more technical, it's more serious, which means we must be serious when we are answer these questions here. And when we are studying English, of course, we must have fun, but there will be times that we must to how can I say, to deal with a little bit more seriously than usually. Okay, so that's why I choose it. And now I'd like to Ralph. Ralph, it's your turn, but now I gonna change it a little bit. Ralph, you're gonna make me the questions and I gonna answer. So let's get started. You can
Okay.
make it the question.
Hello, Alex. Tell me about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Alexandro and I'm 32 years old, and I have been working with occupational safety technician for almost 11 years right now, and I really love this area. I have been spend a lot of time to know to study more matters, more things that can help me at my daily job. And I should say that I'm doing successfully on it because wherever I work, which company I have been working for, have been seen, have been proven that I can do it. I can deal with my demands, with my charges. So that's it. I'm occupational safety technician for 11 years.
And what are your strengths?
Honestly, maybe you are already noticing that, but my strength is speech of public or speech of others. I love to speak with people. I love to make some trainaments, some speeches, or things like that.
Great. And what are your weaknesses?
As I told you, the same strengths I consider to be my weakness. Sometimes I speak a lot more than I need it, so I must to control myself, and I have been working on it. I have been trying pay more attention when I should say what I should say, and how can I express these words or these topics. So I'm working it.
Okay. And tell us about your education.
So I finished high school here, and next that I started my technical degree. I made a technical degree in occupational safety technician, and finished that. I got my first job, and I have been working since then. And during this job, I have made a lot of courses. I studied a lot of courses, which specifically to work at heights, work in confined spaces, and first aids and paramedics course, and I'm a civil firefighter as well.
And where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
That is a very good question. I love it because I should think about my future 5 years from now to be able to express myself in any talk in English, which means I'd like to be more as fluent as possible in English. And I'm working on it, as you can see now we are doing. And in the future, I'd like to be finishing my bachelor's degree in electrical engineer, which I just got started last month.
And what kind of salary do you expect?
Oh, that is difficult to say. It's a challenge to find an answer, a properly answer to that, because each country has their own way of payments and cost and costs. But I try not to thinking about it. Of course, there's a minimum salary that I'm looking for, but I try not to thinking about because when you are good at your job, the salary it will be a consequence. It will be outcome about your great job executive. That's it. Finishing.
That's
Thank
it.
you. Thank you so much for your help. So, guys, that's it. That's what I'd like to practice with you today. I know we have no more time because I must do some things. I'm so sorry because today we started so later because I had to leave at my home a little bit early because I went to the how can I say, rent car store. Do you know rent car store? Because I rent a car to travel to the last travel. I went by car for another city, and I needed to leave this car at the rent store today's morning. So that's why we start a little bit later our English speaking session. Usually we started here the maximum 11 a.m., but today we got started 11:30, 11:25 a.m. here, our English speaking session. I'm so sorry about that. But now, before we finish it, I'd like to know about you guys. Let me know a little bit about your situation, our daily situation. Alice, tell me a little bit about your family. How is your family? How is your husband? How is your plans or the plans for you both for the future? Tell me a little bit about your own life.
Oh, okay. My husband is doing great. And my parents are also great. As for the future, actually, I don't have so many plans. Maybe next year or 2 years later, I will try to change my job. I want to move to other countries such as Singapore, London, or the Netherlands. But actually, I don't have very detailed plans. Okay.
Nice, nice. And I'm so glad to hear that all of them is doing great. It's very important to have people around us feeling great because when they are not, we are not as the same. We start to get so concerned about the people that we love. So that's very important to have a family and that they are feeling good. That's very important for us. And about Singapore, did you said I don't remember exactly, but I have a just a little a short memory. So short memory. You told me that you went to there some years ago, some weeks ago, and I'd like to you express what is their tongue, Mont tongue. That's it, Mont tongue. What is their native language there? That's the word that I'm looking for.
Okay. The official language in Singapore is English. But
Oh.
they also speak. Some of people also speak Chinese. Chinese because a lot of people in Singapore are originally from China. So they could speak
Mm.
Chinese, but their English skills are much higher than their Chinese skills.
Ah, okay, that's very interesting to know because as I told you, my company is from Singapore. My company is called I don't know if I can say that, but it's called the Shopee Express. I work at Shopee, and the Shopee is from Singapore. See, how can I say the headquarter is from Singapore? And I know because I know they speak English because they came to our office here. They come to our city some months ago, and I noticed that they were speaking in English, but they seems to be Chinese. They seems to be people like they have the same appearance. Yeah, they appear to be Chinese. But when I noticed that they were speaking English, and I asked them from the other colleagues where they were from, and they answer me, "Oh, they're from Singapore. They were not from China. They are from Singapore." Oh, that's nice because they seems to be Chinese, but they were speaking English, and I got so confused where these people were. But I got the information that they were from Singapore, and I got so excited because Singapore is a beautiful place, as I could note on your photos, on your posts. I could notice that Singapore is not as I thought. To be honest, today Singapore it's very beautiful. I thought very beautiful place, a very technological place. Do you know?
Yes, and it's a very modern city.
Yes. What did you thought about Singapore? Tell me a little. Could you notice or could you visit some place, some tourist place there, or you just focus on your job.
Okay. I visited some landmarks in Singapore, such as the Marina Bay Sands, which is a very famous hotel in Singapore. I think it is the most famous landmark in Singapore. Besides, I also visited the Merlion. The Merlion is maybe it's a statue which can uh, uh, maybe it is also a waterfall. I don't know how to describe this, but maybe later you can search this online. It is also it is also one of the famous landmarks in Singapore. Um, and I also visit some other parks. But maybe those parks are not the most important landmarks in Singapore.
Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you for remembering. That is the magic of this English speaking session. I remember the word that I was looking for. It's called landmark, which means. Do you know which landmark, Ta?
I'm not sure, but can you please?
Yes, landmark is it's like a main point of cities, which a main a tourist guide, a tourist point of cities. Sorry, when you, for instance, if you came to Brazil, a lot of people, when thinking about Brazil, they thinking about Rio de Janeiro, and they thinking about the Cristo Redentor, for instance. People love this place. This place is called the landmark. But behind me, as you can see, I don't know if you can see behind me, we have a landmark here from the United States. To be honest, it's from the United States, from the New York City, which were well known by the World Trade Center. The World Trade Center were a landmark. Now they have the One Trade Center because, unfortunately, as you well know, the World Trade Center were crashed down by terrorist attack, terrorism. Yeah, terrorism. I don't know how can I say that in English, but now they build another build. They built another build, another landmark, which is called the One World Trade Center. The One World Trade Center, and this is a landmark, which is main point of cities that a lot of people visit all day long. You know, this is called landmark. For instance, the United States has Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a landmark in the United States. So people love to went to Las Vegas, to the casinos. Paris, for instance, people who went to Paris, they love to see Eiffel Tower. Did you get it? Tell me a little bit about your country. Tell me a little bit about your country. Tell me about one landmark at your country. What you should say.
Yes, as I told you before, I show you picture landmark in Cambodia that people like to visit, and it's very popular. Um, Angkor Wat Temple.
Yes, I remember it. Yeah, now I remember. Very beautiful place too. Very ancient place too. So that's it, guys. That's very important. Tell me a little bit about your family, Ta. How was your family? Who do you live with? Do you live by yourself?
I live with friends at university, and not just a few friends at university, and we together. My family are doing well. They very enjoy Chumban Festival, and this is a good time for Cambodian people. They celebrate and just have time to go together with family, friends, and just enjoy.
Oh, nice, nice. That's important, and it's very good. Do you live with some friends at the university? I'm right.
Yes.
Okay, but you must pay for this place that you are living, which means it's, or
I
do you
live
live it for free?
in region called dormitory that all the girls live.
Okay,
Um,
our internet connection is a little bit poor today. Let's give a time here. Let me see if it. Okay, now I can see you. I can hear again. I just asked if you must to pay for this place that are you living on your university. because I don't know, there are a lot of universities at the United States that people pay the installments. They pay the installments from the university, and the university provides them a place to live in. I don't know how is it things at your country.
For me, it's different. For me, it's different. At university, we also have place or dormitory for students, but we had to send some document to them, and they will select the student. And if you pass, you
Oh,
can live there without
mm,
pay money at all. Just
oh,
live
good.
there. And after you graduate, you go out.
I gotcha. Interesting. That's interesting too, as well. So that's it, guys. We finished for today. Is there anything that you would like to know, would like to ask me, or that you would like to study in the next English session, which it will be tomorrow morning, of course?
Okay, maybe Alex, you can tell us something about yourself.
Yeah. So the last week, I'd like to say that the last week I have a business travel. I went to the city which is from at least 110 kilometers far from my city, away from my hometown. And I went there by car, as I told you. I rent a car by my company. Sorry, my company rent a car to me, and I went to that place. I stayed there for 5 days. I just got back yesterday night, last night, which means, and it was very interesting, but it was a very exhaustive job because I must to keep in look. I must keep watching people who are made some workers at high and people were trying to put some I don't know how can I say it, but they were trying to remove some birds because we have a lot of birds on the place that we rent to job. It's a huge place. It's like a galpon. I don't know how can I say that in English, but there are a lot of birds living there, and we must to remove that birds. So that's why I went to there. I went to there with a lot of people who work in specifically at these things, and they made it. They removed a lot of birds. They closed a lot of access that the birds were using to access them, and we resolved that problem. We solved that problem. It was a problem. It was a funny problem, but it was a problem because we cannot allow our activities initiated with that type of animals flying around. And I came back last night, and now I gonna after we finish this English session, I'm planning to went to the park to run to make some exercises, and after that maybe I gonna spend some time with my family. Maybe I gonna ask them to go to some landmarks here in my city. There's a beautiful landmarks at my city, but I don't know if it will be possible because the weather is not so good. As I told you, unfortunately, some minutes ago was raining, but now the raining stopped again. I don't know if it's gonna be a beautiful day here. Maybe I should stay at home. I don't know yet. I just thinking around. And I'm so excited because the next week, to be honest, the next Thursday, no, Tuesday, sorry, the next Tuesday, I'm gonna go to the another business travel. It will be for the city called the São Paulo here in Brazil, and I'm gonna go there because my boss asked to every occupational safety, to all occupation safety technicians, went to the city to maybe a huge gathering to receive some trainings, to know each other and personally and things like that. And that's it. That is my plan for the next week. And I hope I have a lot of time to study English, to practice my English as well, and things like that.
Okay, that's so great.
Yeah. And guys, that's it. Let's finish our English speaking session here. Without further ado, I'd like to ask you for people who maybe are watching us here from the YouTube. I'd like to ask you sorry for all of them because, of course, we made mistakes here, and that is part of our improvement. So if you do not make mistakes, we do not need to study. So everyone make mistakes, and everyone should study, should improve it day by day. And you guys would like to say anything? We're gonna finish this English meeting. What did you thought about the topics about your own English today? Let's start by Alice. Alice, what did you thought about? What do you think about your English today? How was your English level? Do you feel some? Did you feel some stunk some parts? How do you feel about your own English today?
Okay. Actually, I think I have made a lot of improvements in this group. Now I think I could express myself very fluently and clearly in English. But today, I feel my English skill is not so good because maybe because I haven't practiced for several days. I'm not as fluent as before. But after this English speaking session, I feel more confident of my English skills. So I think we should practice our English more and more to be more fluent.
Yeah, I got you, and I think the same about my own English. I don't know if you notice it. Of course, maybe you notice it. Sometimes I forgot the word. Sometimes I don't know exactly how can I say. But the magic thing is that I just changed my mind the whole time, and I just changed the topic. I use another words, and I try to keep it going. I try to do not. Freezy on the screen. I'm trying to keep going. I change the words. I change the way that I'm explaining something. And that is, as you said, we must practice every day or as much as possible. That is, if we do not practice, sometimes we're gonna feel our English is weak, maybe a little bit lost our skills. And maybe we should try more. Let's see how it will be tomorrow. Let's see how to be tomorrow. And tell me a little bit about your English. How do you feel about your English today? How do you felt that this English help you or not? Did you feel so confused about something? What do you think about your own English?
Yes, for me it's the same like Alice is, because I was absent for this English practice session for last week, and but I feel like when I come to practice our English, I can speak it out without like it's almost without thinking, just speak it, and it's really
We lost a connection with that.
at
Just a
at
second.
first time at the beginning that we learned English, we have to think to speak it out. But now I can speak it, and I think that my English is very improving. But for today, I get confused for some um, questions that I already answered, but it's it's okay. It's just the mistake that we got, and I try
Yeah,
to remind myself that mistake make you better than before. It's okay to make mistake and just work
of
on.
course. Of course, I totally agree. I totally agree because, as I told you, I made mistakes, and honestly, I studied yesterday. I read some materials before yesterday and things like that. So I tried to study during the last week, but if you, I try to reading, I try to get a lot of input, but honestly, I didn't output anything the last week. So I just have a time to practice my speaking skills effectively here with you at our English speaking session. So we practice, to be honest, just 2 days a week, just twice a week. It's Saturday and Sunday morning at my time zone. And I know it's very good. It's so nice, but it's not enough. We must to practice more. We must to have more time speaking to apply because as I told us, it's very important to keep consistency and making mistakes makes us better, makes our English better. And if you notice that best part that you notice that you made these mistakes, I noticed that I made those mistakes, and that is very interesting because we are teaching ourselves, and that is how our brains get an idea. That's how our brains get accustomed within English. We notice the mistakes, we see the where we can improve it, and makes this part of our daily life. That is what our brains, which things that our brains needed to focus. English is difficult, not so easy. It's a challenging, but just takes time. If you put time, if you have time to practice, you got it. I have no doubt about it. I like it one. Let me just enforce some words that you use it here. Use the word absent. I love the when you use the word absent, because when you said absence means that you have been how can I say, we have not joined us for a while, which means we have been miss you at our English speaking seizure. So you told you that you have been absent at our last English sessions, and that's why your English is not so good as you think, but as you think that should. But your English is awesome, all right. But I just using your words, I just using the word that you just said. So your English is awesome, but I love the way that you express that you are missing on our English decisions. You use the word absence. That is fantastic. I gonna use this word and my vocabulary from now. And I learned it. I remember the word at Alice used it. It was landmark. I was looking for that word, but that phrase or that word unfortunately did not come at my mind. It's simple, but I didn't remember when I was trying to use it. So that's it, guys. I would like to finish this English meeting here. I gonna finish with you from YouTube channel. If you are watching us from the YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and of course, comment below, because when you subscribe, when you comment below, you're gonna make this YouTube channel be recommended by others learners. So help us and give you a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. And share this YouTube channel with your friends. Oh, for you who are watching us from the YouTube channel, thank you so much. We're gonna see you in the next English meeting.